Gathering dust since a lich war. An impressive collection of books with wide range of titles. My father's desk, a pile of maps and writings scattered across it. It seems like he was messy in later life, as I recall from a child. I'll look at the maps. Up-to-date charts of the known world and sketchings of the local areas with the various nearby tombs marked out. Probably the sort of things one is considered for tactical planning. Papers. Scattered personal and academic papers. My father was not, to my memory, a particularly learned man. I was surprised to see writings from the most D and interesting mix, to be sure, but after Albrecht mentioned the family affairs, I was drawn to all the matters financial. I ignored the older text and examined a ledger showing my father's expenses. Things were bleaker than I expected. I can understand why Albrecht decided to cut back on the staff. With my father alive, he could have held things together, certainly. But were the butler and my mother to do with the loss of income? Had all this money gone? The ledger shows it bleeding out, but to where? Perhaps in those books he had been looking for a way to turn lead to gold. There are also some letters on the desk. Note, the one demanding payment or else stood out. I was shocked to see my father was in debt of some shady sort, but given its finances, I understood at least. The letter had not been signed, but it did not have the markings on it. I made a note them in case I would decipher who they represented. I left it there, as messy as I found it. Just got that book. Oh, I can put the key in there. The personal items of my father. What's this? Strange trinkets. Gloves. A ring. I don't know what the ring does. I'll wear it. And it does. Oh, port. All right. Don't know if I figured anything out after that. I remind you, sir, not to carry that weapon openly in town. It's against the law. Well, that's great. So, I don't know how to... Besides this, I don't know how to put it away. Oh, I can rotate just by doing this too, holding down the right mouse button. Has to be an easy way to switch this out, right? Okay, which bushes did our lush of a father die in? Lots of whiskey bottles lay scattered on the ground beneath a battered bush. Now, this was where my father was found. I got plenty of knowledge as to that. I recall my father being a whiskey drinker. I found a small key half buried in the dirt. It must have fallen from my father's pocket when he was here. Put it in my bag. Surely he would have had some whiskey in the house if he was fond of it. But all you had seen was some wine and port. Something didn't add up. I'd been home for a long time before this. What I'd learned of my return made me wonder if things had changed a lot in that time, or if I had been too young to form a realistic picture of my family. My mother was ill, very ill. I remember her being absent as a child, distant. She had been a loving mother, just one who was different. Only now I could see she had been dealing with something significant. Father had been precarious place leading up to his death, which itself seemed suspicious in me. Something wasn't right with all this. I vowed to stay in the Marnes a while and get a better handle on things. My mother's illness, I was the de facto head of the house now, and wanted to assure things in order before leaving. Not wishing to be a further drain on the family, indeed, to slow things as a whole, I would go into the city and look for work. There, I would also look into help my mother. All the while, I would look to my father's death. Something is not adding up. I wanted to know what. Gardener I'm supposed to be talking to. Not here. I have a whole bunch of stuff I could sell. I don't know if there's any type of crafting. That's where I'm at. It's looking to be good size, isn't it? Well, let's wander in the city a little bit. Okay. Need to find work. Find the herbalist. Okay, we'll wander through the town, just take a look at the town, and then we'll try a different demo. From around the corner, a familiar face appeared. Diedrich! Mikey, it's you. I saw the carriage pull up and hoped. Diedrich, my childhood friend. His demeanor was cheerful as ever, and oblivious considering the circumstance. It's good to see you. How are you? After a moment, the penny dropped. Well, yes, of course, the funeral. Terrible thing. I was at it. Shame you weren't. You'd have liked. He curled up as he hurt himself, rumbled in the back of the head, and he started to stare thoughtfully at the ground. Well, yes. You haven't changed a bit. He laughed at the tension was cut. I'm sorry, Mikey. Here I am after seeing you, and I'm no different. Foot in mouth at first opportunity. Not like you. You're a man of the world, and now a diplomat I'm told. Worker trust increase +2, education trust increase +2. Yeah, looking for short-term work. Well, there are plenty of offerings throughout the place. I'm sure you'll find something. Look, meet me for a drink at Garnet's Tavern later on, and we'll meet right up, catch up proper. Look forward to it. Where's Garnet's Tavern? Oh, sorry, you won't know her yet. She only bought it last year. It's a tavern on the other side of the river, across the bridge. Mark it on your map. You have any idea where I can find employment? At the docks, maybe. Or try at the academy. School there. Their teacher's short. Well, that's probably better. If I'm more of a book nerd, I don't think I want to work at the dock. Scratch his head. Thoughtfully. Oh, yeah, I saw a sign outside Garnet's this morning. Take a look at that. Might be a job advert. Someone such as you, who specializes in fancy talk, might even enjoy working at such a place. Mark them on your map. Lovely meeting you again, Diedrich. Apparently I just can't wander into anybody's house. Like how everybody has a name. Bakery. A whole lot of reading, though. I have a feeling that this is going to be such an indie game where they're not going to have... Where am I at? Oh yeah, this is going to be a big city. Oh, I don't... Not. There was no answer. Yes, a lot of these houses don't have anything like that, so I'm wondering if this is going to be up for a quest later. Go in. And the blacksmith? I want to take a peek. No. Okay. Or maybe he's not added in the game. No idea. Hey, Midnight Gamer, how you doing? General goods. Let's see if I can sell stuff. Welcome, browse my wares. See if, that you see fit. Do not be afraid to ask if you need any help. Let's see the wares. Can I sell what I have? Okay. Is there a sell button? Buy. You sell weapons and guns and munitions, mostly from manufacturers up north, but something exotic pieces from overseas too. How does one sell? Box. Well, right now this is just a demo that I'm playing right now. Actually, I should have changed it now since I finished playing Moons of Midnight or Madness. This is just a demo. Necromancer's Tale. Here, I'll read it for you. I believe it's more of a story CRPG. Yeah, story-rich gothic RPG. So, master the rituals of an ancient spellbook. Raise an undead army to march against your enemies. Commune with the realm of the dead. And struggle with your descent into madness. Progress through the sorcery, diplomacy, blackmail, coercion, seduction, until you're ready to reveal yourself. So currently, right now, it's just nothing but story. So... right now in the game, I just got a letter from my dad died, so I come back to town, and there's something seems suspicious. But I'm about ready to try a different demo. So I've been playing this for a while. I mean, yeah, I could be looking for people. There's a marketplace, tavern, general store is where I'm at. There's the academy. Dead Man's Gate. Depot, dockyard. That's my home. I was gonna mark the tavern. It's by the marketplace. Oh, it's right here. There's a sign out front, and it read, "If you can read this, we want to hire you." The tavern work seems like a good way to meet people and get reintegrated here. Plus, drunken patrons might let something slip when you find some clues. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah. You're back. This is delightful news. It's been a few years since you've gotten so handsome. It's always had enduring smile. Grinning face fell serious then. Heard of your father's passing. Terrible thing, but it won't overshadow my joy in seeing you. We'll catch up soon, eh? Thank you, Commune. Good afternoon. Yes. Suppose it is. Briefly glanced at me in the eye before looking back at the. You lived here long? My whole life. Or at least from a nearby village, a short distance through the northern forest. But I moved to Marnes at least 8 years ago, I suppose. He grinned at me, lopsided mouth, two big gaps for his teeth. What work do you do? I'm just a farmhand and general laborer. Whoever needs a bit of muscle, will find me. Into his drink. Do I talk to you about the job? So you're hiring. Yeah, clearly you can read, so you passed the first test. Good. Well, if you're serious about the job, music is still too loud? Alright, alright. Hopefully that works. Otherwise, I'll just basically turn it off. She leaned in close, and I would have sworn the smell of pickles in her breath tinged my nose hairs. We'll have a cart full of supplies stuck outside East Gates. Bloody thing must ran late and missed the closing time. You can get the guards let it in? Well, there's nothing lost for me trying, is there? You had fire in you, rich boy. It's good. Cheeky whelps, everything is good. I don't wade through the fields of blood and death and human muck to buy this place only to search swill from the corpse. My name is Mikey Van Elstrick. I was wondering if perhaps you knew my father. Knew of him, if that's what you mean. Well, I was hoping to learn. You drank here. Drank here. Not often. Look, I love this place I put together, and I'm under no illusions that it's up to the station of people like Zeller. Yes, he'd come in from time to time, and bless him. He'd remember me from the front lines of those terrible times. Maybe that's what took him here. But was he here often? No. Did he get very drunk? Much as any man, some nights he would, others he'd not. Usually depends on what they come seeking and if they find it or not. What did he drink? Oh, this one I do know. Wine. I know because he made me order the bloody stuff for when he'd come back in. Look around. How am I meant to shift that stuff, huh? Now, huh? She tilted her head side and rolled her hand in a dismissive way. McDonald's is all that. Looked to me as though she was being framed by somebody who didn't know his drinking habits well enough to imitate them. To become alone. Sometimes he did. Sometimes he didn't. Come to play cards once in a while. If we heard of a party from anybody he knew of the war. He'd come for a bit, usually leave, sometimes he'd stay. But she's just like, answers everything. Different questions. There's like no direct answer. I don't remember. You know how many people pass through here each day? More than I can remember. Alright. What else? I could meet my friend Diedrich here. Do you know him? course I know him, Dove. Pleasant chap indeed. Usually turns up here in the evening. He'll be at work in the academy right now, or running some errands around the... Talking about father? You have pumps for your swill? A drink, please. Get one around the house. Oh, one of the houses, not out the house. I'm not gonna say she has swill. Pick her off. There's cobwebs in here. Very sanitary. Don't believe there's anything here to look at, actually. Alright, so we're going to stop this one. This one's interesting. I'm going to keep this one on my radar. Keep this one on my radar. It was kind of interesting. I like the story, I kind of like. Here, we'll save it. Okay, enough. Alright. Okay, stop that. Alright, so we'll exit here.